These are the inner planets. They are nearest to the Sun, and all are made of rock. The closest to the left is Mercury. Let's start there. The planet Mercury has no atmosphere, and one rotation takes 59 Earth days. On Mercury, the year lasts 88 days. The planet is known to have ice on it, and it is protected by craters, so that explains why it is not melting. The temperature of the planet may reach 450 degrees Celsius or 840 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. But at night, the temperature may drop to as low as negative 170 degrees Celsius or negative 275 degrees Fahrenheit. The sunlight on Mercury's surface is 6.5 times as intense as it is on Earth due to its closeness to the Sun. Next to that is Venus. Venus is the brightest object in the sky besides our Sun and the Moon. It is also known as the morning star because at sunrise it appears in the east, and evening star as it appears at sunset when it is in the west. It cannot be seen in the middle of the night. One day on Venus is 243 Earth days and is longer than its year of 225 Earth days. Venus rotates from east to west. Venus is also hotter than Mercury because of the thick atmosphere it has, which also causes the greenhouse effect. Following Venus is Earth. 71% of Earth is covered with water, and the other is land. Earth is about 4.6 billion years old. Earth is the only known planet to have life on it and sustain life. Earth rotates counterclockwise and is tilted on an axis, which means the Earth is tilted at about 23.5 degrees. The main gases which make up the atmosphere are nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen takes up 78% of the atmosphere, while oxygen takes up 21%. The last inner planet, Mars. Mars has a very thin atmosphere, mostly made of carbon dioxide, but dust storms can cover the whole planet for months at a time. The planet has two moons, Deimos and Phobos, and Mars has the largest canyon in the solar system. Mars's rotation is very similar to Earth's. Mars's rotation takes 24 hours and 39 minutes. 1 year on Mars is approximately 687 Earth days. These are the outer planets, or the gas giants. I'll be starting with Jupiter, which is the planet furthest to the left. This is Jupiter. Jupiter takes about 12 years to orbit the Sun and rotates in about 10 hours. Jupiter is a ball of dense hydrogen, helium, water, nitrogen, and other gases over a tiny rocky core. Powerful winds dominate the atmosphere with crossing jet streams, lightning, and hurricanes. Jupiter's main ring system is formed by dust kicked up as interplanetary meteorites splash into the giant planet's 4 small inner moons. The ring system begins at about 92,000 kilometers from Jupiter's center and extends about 250,000 kilometers from the planet. Next up is Saturn. Saturn is the second largest planet in our solar system. The only planet larger is Jupiter. Saturn has several thin, flat rings around it. A few other planets have rings, but their rings are much fainter than of those rings. Saturn has the lowest density of any planet in the solar system. 1 year on Saturn is approximately 29.5 Earth years. 1 day on Saturn is approximately 10 hours. Saturn is made out of 94% hydrogen and 6% helium. Often mispronounced, next comes Uranus. Uranus is believed to be tilted because it may have been hit by a giant object many years ago. 1 day on Uranus lasts about 17 hours. A year on Uranus lasts 84.3 Earth years. Uranus is the coldest planet in the solar system and also is the second least dense. Uranus receives its color because it has so much methane in its atmosphere. Last but not least, at the back of our solar system comes Neptune. Neptune is the stormiest planet in the solar system. The winds there can blow up to 1,240 miles per hour. The planet has a system of dark rings and are best described as arcs. Neptune is a sea blue color due to the methane gas in its atmosphere. Neptune has its own heat source, and it emits a quantity of energy 2.7 times greater than it receives from the Sun. One day on Neptune is about 17 hours, and 1 year on Neptune is about 165 Earth years. The next part of our journey takes us to the Sun. The Sun's surface is called the photosphere. The temperature of this photosphere is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Its core is under its atmosphere. The temperature at the core, or the very middle, of the Sun is about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. The Sun is made up of 70% hydrogen, 28% helium, and 2% metal, estimated to be about 4.6 billion years, which is halfway through its lifetime. Much later on, our Sun will become a red giant, then a planetary nebula, then cool down and become a white dwarf. This is a comet. Comets are basically giant balls of ice. As a comet comes close to the Sun, it changes from a solid state to a gaseous one because of the intense heat. When this happens, the comet releases gas and dust. It forms the tail of the comet, which is also the most visible part seen from Earth. 76 years, it has a very small core. One repeating comet is Comet Halley. Another repeating comet is XelaAtegihs. This comet is the brightest comet in the 20th century. The greater mass an object has, the more gravitational pull it has. For example, planet Earth has more gravitational pull than Mars and the Moon, but has less of a gravitational pull than Jupiter and the Sun. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, then you would weigh 37.8 pounds on Mercury, 90.7 on Venus, 16.6 on the Moon, 37.7 on Mars, 236.4 on Jupiter, 106.4 on Saturn, 88.9 on Uranus, and 112.5 on Neptune. Constellations are figures in the sky made by stars. Stars and constellations look near to each other, but actually they're thousands of light years apart. One constellation is Orion. It is made of 14 stars and has a belt of 3 bright stars. One of those stars are 100,000 times more luminous than the Sun. Another constellation is called Taurus, which is a constellation of a bull. Galaxies are sprawling space systems composed of dust, gas, and countless stars. The number of galaxies cannot be counted. The observable universe alone may contain 100 billion. Some of these distant systems are similar to our own Milky Way galaxy, while others are quite different. There are 3 types of galaxies: spiral galaxies, elliptical galaxies, and irregular galaxies. The Milky Way is a spiral galaxy. All these galaxies are just small sections of the universe. The main theory of how the universe came to be was the Big Bang Theory. According to this, the universe was created approximately 13.7 billion years ago by a big explosion.